No! Yes, I'm okay, sport. Thanks for asking. People above the stairs. What's going on, friends? Logan Myers here for Cinefellas.com. It's a gloomy and rainy morning here in October in the Chicagoland area. And what better film series can we talk about than Halloween? Tonight we're talking about Halloween 4, directed by Dwight H. Little, and the film came out in 1988. The Return of Michael Myers. So at the beginning of the film, we have two doctors that are transferring Michael Myers' body upstate. You know, from part 2, he was burned really bad, so he's all like bandaged up. We thought he was dead, but he's still alive, apparently. So that's how part 4 kicks off, is moving his body to a different facility, and things don't go as planned, and Michael Myers awakes, put in his big thumb in some guy's forehead, and the van crashing, and then setting up the rest of the film. And this time around, Deborah Hill and John Carpenter didn't have anything to do with this film. And this time around, we have a new director and new writers for the film, so they had a different take on Michael Myers. Halloween 4 was shot in Utah. You know, the first two films were shot in California, so there's a different backdrop. But honestly, I like part 4's Utah scenery better. It felt more like Halloween compared to California, where it's sunny and hot all the time. So the main focal point this time around is Jamie Lloyd, which is Michael Myers' niece. She's 7 years old, and she was the daughter of the late Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. So this is her daughter, and picking up 10 years later, and Michael Myers is on the hunt to find his young niece. What's great about this film, they brought back Dr. Sam Loomis, played by Pleasence. Half of his face is all burnt and melted from part 2, if you remember, when he blows up Michael Myers in the hospital. So he's still around and kicking, and he's crazier than ever. So after, you know, Michael escapes from the van, he's on the hunt. He's going back to Haddonfield to find his young niece. And Dr. Sam Loomis, you know, is talking to the local authorities, the cops. He goes in looking for Sheriff Brackett, you know, in Haddonfield, but he retired down to Florida. So there's a new cop in charge. So he's trying to let them know what Michael Myers is capable of, and all the cops in Haddonfield already know the story. And they think, you know, Dr. Sam Loomis is crazy. Everybody's just super naive and like, Michael Myers doesn't exist. Kids are fine. Kids will be kids. False. And there's some really cool shots in this film. I will give it that. Early on in the film, where Jamie's looking out the window, it's all raining out. She sees that the ambulance, and she's seeing glimpses of Michael Myers like in a room. You don't know if she's having visions or he's actually there, but like there's this cool mirror scene where you see his mask in the background. And I have to say, Michael Myers' mask in part 4 is pretty terrible. I mean, as the movies progressed, the mask got progressively worse. It just became more unbelievable and just more comedic. So as you know, with the Halloween franchise, there's going to be some teenagers that are going to get killed along the way. Some sacks, and they're going to die because they're going to get in Michael Myers' way. The actors in this film, we have Ellie Cornell, who plays Rachel, Jamie's older foster sister that kind of watches over her. And then on Halloween night, she's in charge of babysitting young Jamie and, you know, keeping an eye on her and go trick-or-treating and do what kids do, right? So as they go out, opens up the rest of the film because Michael Myers is on the streets and he's stalking and looking for his young niece. And along the way, of course, he comes across, you know, like stupid cops and teenagers that he just takes out real quick. It seems like he's super strong in part 4, like more than the first two films. Like he takes a shotgun, he just shoves it right through this chick's stomach and like lifts her up and puts it through the wall. And just some really ridiculous, over-the-top kill scenes. And of course, we all know that, you know, Michael Myers has a driver's license and he can drive a car, so of course he made his way back and found his way back to Haddonfield. What more can I say? The guy's a good driver. So at the end of the film, they end up at the sheriff's house, and they're all, you know, barricaded into the house because Michael Myers can't get into the house, right? It's barricaded. Somehow he makes his way through into the house. He's like up in the attic and he's downstairs. He just shows up randomly. And this time around, Michael Myers is going above and beyond, literally. He's on top of the roof at the end of the movie. He climbs out the window and gets on top of the roof, and he's going after Rachel and Jamie and just waiting for him to like slide and fall off the roof. But of course it never happened because it's not Clark Griswold, and we're not talking about National Lampoon's Vacation. There's a very cool twist at the end of this film, which I really, really enjoy, that I still enjoy. One thing I love about this movie is the way that it ends. You see how Jamie slowly is transitioning into the family business, or her uncle's business. And you see her dressed up in the clown costume, and you see the point of view from her, like through the mask, like the first Halloween film. So that was like a really nice throwback to the first film, and seeing young Jamie becoming a possible killer. And then with old Sam Loomis with his famous one-liners at the very end of the movie after seeing Jamie and what she has done. Overall, I just love the Halloween franchise. Maybe I'm biased. It's my favorite franchise of all the different movies out there. In the horror genre, always been a huge fan since I was a kid. Halloween 4 after rewatching last night. Does it hold up? Meh. Is it funny? Hell yes it is. Michael Myers is probably the weakest part of the movie, honestly. Just the mask and things he does in the movie is just a little ridiculous and over the top and not believable, but you do have some great acting, some great character development with young Jamie. I'm really thankful for her being a part of this installment of the Halloween franchise because she did an excellent job. And overall, I'm going to give Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, a 3 out of 5 Michael Myers hair pieces. What do you guys think? Are you guys fans of the Halloween franchise? Do you guys like part 4 when it kind of steers away from the Carpenter and Deborah Hill direction and kind of did their own thing? What's your favorite Halloween movie out of the franchise? What'd you like? What didn't you like about Halloween 4? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myers signing out from Haddonfield, Illinois, or also in Utah. Until next time, cheers!